News from Nintendo usually means very bad. And see, yeah, and no surprise. All right, all right. I actually have to tell this story. So when Nintendo did threaten to put the entire tournament down for EVO 2013, Android and I, we were already in the UK. So Android and I, we traveled from Gothenburg to London, and when we were in London and we arrived to Professor Pro's place, we heard that, oh, Nintendo might not, they might force you guys to not run the entire tournament. And we were like, what the fuck? And we had like a 16, 17 hour layover, something like that. And we're like, what the fuck? I barely fell asleep. And the thing is, I'll be honest. I didn't even feel bad for my sake, to be honest. I'll tell the entire story. The only reason I actually ended up going to EVE 13 was because I told Android that I would retired after EVO 2013. One day before I posted on Smashboards, I told Android, I will retire. I am tired of Melee. I do not want to practice anymore. And I want you to do the best out of this. And Android, he was so shocked by this. So people that tell you that they were not shocked at all, it's lies. Andrew was so shocked by this. And he told me right away, at this moment, he told me, my number one dream was to go to the US, team with you, win a super major, and that would have been enough. He told me literally that. We go together, team, win, and that's it. And that would have been enough for me. In that moment, as I decided to retire, I literally felt the tears in my eyes already. Which was a really, really hard thing to go through. I'll tell you guys that. So, that's what happened. But then we were at Prof's place, and when we were there, we heard that it's most likely gonna be alright. We go to the flight, we take the flight, we arrive, we see some familiar smashers, and they're like, it's alright, the tournament is gonna happen, and it's good. And Evo obviously doesn't go well for me. I haven't played for a fucking half year, so I can't expect to do better than 4th. I actually am surprised that no one else out of the top 6 beat me. And I might eat this up at whatever tournament. I felt this for the past 2 years. But I actually thought at EVO 2013, that someone is gonna beat me that is not top 6. I truly believe so. But that didn't happen that time. It will probably happen extremely soon. But yeah, then I played a tournament, and we placed 4th, I think. We beat Left and Ice, so we still did pretty good. Even though Android choked super hard in some parts of the tournament, and I was like, Android, I can't even recognize your plays. I was almost about to tell him, like, what are you doing? I didn't do it because I was like, I don't want to be too harsh, because I'm like, you've never been to the US. But it was almost that I was telling him that, what are you doing? Because this is not even half to your potential. We're almost losing to teams that are not even half as good as us. But we placed 4th, respectable placement. I will take that. And now today, at this time in age, Apex 2015 was our first real tournament in the US. I do not count EVO 2013. Some people might say, oh, no Johns, blah blah blah, it might count, blah blah blah. Fuck you guys. Apex 2013 was the first time Andrew and I teamed in the US for real. We were one hit away from winning pretty much. And we almost brought it home. And that was with my Fox that I practiced for a week. We still almost brought it home. It still went to game 5. But we lost. We had to wait for another half a year. Mute King HBox, undefeated at the time. And we fucking destroyed them. They had no chance whatsoever. It was not even close. It was not close in Winners Final. It was a bit close in Grand Finals, but it was still not close at all. It was like spank, 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 and they got fucking wrecked. That's the end. That's the end. We destroyed them. We actually easily beat them 3-0 at GGC. Android and I actually feel like we were pretty good against Puff. You just kill her fucking early. But yeah, I don't want to say too much, but the thing is, Andrew and I, the main part of this story is that Andrew and I, when we started teaming Evo 2013, that wasn't justice in terms of our team's legacy. That was more of a forced opening to us as a team, while these days it's more like this is gonna happen next. I feel so refreshed and eased by a sense that Andrew and I were a fresh team. We're gonna team each time. And the thing is, some people tell me like, oh, you would do better with Mute King. Fuck you guys in a sense. I don't even care if Mute King and I would do better. Andrew and I, we have way more fun. We play teams the way teams is supposed to be played. Way more. And that's what matters for me. I don't care that Mute King is better than Android in singles. Android does not care about that. We know that once we polish every part of our play, we'll beat every team. I'm not insecure about that at all. Andrew's not insecure about that at all. And that's it. Wait half a year and this will be the case.